Good afternoon. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to meet with me today to discuss the sales proposal that I sent you on November 20th. To start the meeting off, I would like to review the proposal and then I will follow it up with a brief presentation that I've prepared for you for today. For many outside the dairy industry, they would not understand the complexity in managing aging profiles of many different cheeses in large volumes. At Congebec, we understand the complexity of this task and have worked to provide an easy-to-access custom portal on our website to track and monitor the automatic movements of your goods from one temperature zone to another. Ensuring products spend the least amount of time in storage is an essential in reducing your carrying costs. With our system and your parameters for each product, we can ensure that the storage to cutting line time is maximized at its lowest possible time. The traceability on any item produced is a food industry essential to meet CFIA standards as well as your Parmalat quality guidelines. With your link to our SAP modules, you will have real-time tracking ability to know exactly how much time each box was spent in each temperature zone. A key part to the customer service portal is our trending that is provided at no charge. If for some reason there is ever a quality issue with your product, you can access any product ever stored with us and print out a detailed storage report. Who we are. We were founded in 1974 by Laurier Pendant. Congebec is the largest provider of refrigerated service in Quebec and the second largest in Canada. We have 12 modern facilities located in Boucherville, Saint-Jean-Louis, Montreal, Quebec, Toronto, Winnipeg, Saskatoon, and Calgary. These sites are all located near major highways, port facilities, distribution centers, and most importantly, your cutting facilities. In order to provide an unparalleled quality of service, Congebec has a strong team of experienced managers and workforce that is trained rigorously to ensure compliance with the highest safety standards of the food industry. With our 48.35 million cubic feet of refrigerated and frozen space, Congebec offers flexibility and flexible service that meets the specific requirements of its customers. So why are we here? Unlike most warehousing facilities that are focused on high turnover and quick ins and outs of products, Congebec understands that there is a need for a company like ourselves who can assist clients such as yours with long-term aging products. Our focus is on providing the best overall service to you and your staff and to make the tracking and monitoring of your products an afterthought with the ease of our tracking software. Just like Parmalat is not just any cheesemaker with its award-winning Balderson cheese and Black Diamond marble cheese, Congebec is not just any warehouse. Our focus has been on the dairy industry and we know the products we service. What is our offer? We are offering Parmalat is more than a warehouse to store goods. We are offering a partnership in the management of your aging program. From our conversations we have had, I understand how tedious and time consuming it can be for you to have your full-time staff member monitor and track the age of your cheese and the subsequent movements that are required from one temperature zone to another. With your projected 46 million of kgs of cheese produced and budgeted in 2018, that will mean you will have over 147,000 boxes to track from the production line in Winchester to the storage facilities and the subsequent transfers to the 3 different cutting facilities. Imagine the tasks that full-time individual of yours could do with that time that would be freed up by our monitoring those movements and automatic scheduling of grading with your cheese graders. This is the wow factor that Congebec will bring Parmalat. So that brings us today and what we are going to discuss today. I prepared a quick PowerPoint presentation for you to briefly summarize the key points of today's meeting. As you'll note on the second slide, we have both of our corporate logos side by side, as this relationship will only work long term if we are in it together. Now let's review the current constraints that you've provided me with. You are currently in a position that forces you into storing the same product in up to 6 different locations. With Congebec, we have the capacity to hold your weekly demand of 10,000 boxes and take on more as your operations expand. You also informed me in the tedious, time-consuming way that your staff is tracking the age of the product and notify the outside warehouses of when to move the specific boxes from temperature A to temperature B, as I mentioned earlier. That will be in the rear-view mirror for you, as we will take care of that management and provide daily and weekly reports summarizing your movements. As we discussed in earlier meetings, as long as you can provide us with the specific aging parameters of each of your SKU, we can upload that information into our system and it will generate movement sheets for our staff each morning for the daily moves. Now, from time to time, you told me certain cheeses may require a deviation to the set normal movement times. With working with your cheese graders, we can establish an unlimited amount of deviation scenarios for our software that your company can assign to inbound or cheese that is already here. and this will only move the cheese based on your new criteria that you've assigned. I am fully aware of our competition and the user sites they have for monitoring your cheese temperatures, and all of them are set up on a per cooler basis. We both know that cheese closest to the cooling units may be cooler than the cheese furthest from the unit. With our box tags we apply on reception of all products, they provide us a full digital temperature tracking of our state-of-the-art software. At any time, you can log in and search a specific SKU, batch, and box number and print the cooling profile from the moment it was unloaded until the moment it was loaded to leave. Now, the next thing we should discuss is the billing issues you told me about. When you asked me to review a bill you received, I could not make out exactly what each unit was moved in and moved out. I would not have confidence in approving invoices that were that complicated. Now let me tell you why ours is different. As we are both using SAP as our operating systems, we can send you a summary invoice that'll have 2 lines. Let's say $1,000 for storage and $1,000 for handling fees. Now, one bill with 2 lines seems like it isn't any more help than what you have, but the accompanying Excel file that is extracted from SAP will show you the movement and storage per unit. As I know you need to cross-charge your sister companies for the products that they become the end user on, just imagine you open one Excel file titled Invoice 1. You can quickly summarize where your loads went and prove the invoice to us and have your cross-charges ready in minutes instead of hours you are spending on it now. Our next steps after this meeting, if we are in agreement with the rates and conditions I sent you, will be to arrange a meeting of our IT team to link our SAP modules to get us going. Then all I need is your cheese parameters as well as your deviation parameters if you have them to be preset in our system, and we can set up a test load. And as soon as that test load is completed, from there on, we will be able to help each other grow. Thank you for your time today.